to say is obviously thank you everybody for coming tonight. If you are here tonight, you're a very special person to our families and especially to Mark and Anna. So we really appreciate you coming here and being here and being a part of a special day for us. So thank you very much. Give yourself a hand. I do have a short story to tell about Mark and Anna. And before I do that, though, I wanted to give a couple of thanks to some people who really deserve it for this event that's happening tonight. The first one, I want to say thanks to the parents of the groom, Mark and Janet. That's good. Years, and Tanya and I look forward to having some many good times with you guys in the future, and I'm very excited to join our families with you here tonight, so thank you very much. The second people I would like to thank, and I would be remiss not to do this, are my own mom and dad, Paul and Florence Oravetz. Without their guidance and wisdom over my lifestyle, they've given me a lot of stability and giving my family a lot of stability, and we're here because of them tonight. And especially everybody here will be thanking my mom later. In case you haven't seen the dessert table, she worked her butt off on all those cookies. So you guys and the last person, not least of course, the one who is really responsible for this event coming together. She worked tirelessly and relentlessly over the past year to put this together, especially when we had Mark and Anna, who were living 500 miles away from us, taking care of all the minor details and doing it while having some personal, I won't say difficulties, but she had some challenges over the last year besides the wedding. So I want everybody to help me show some appreciation for my wife, my soulmate, and mother of the bride, Tanya. So now the short story. So about 27 or so years ago, maybe a little more than that, Tanya and I found out that we were pregnant with Anna. And I'm sorry if you can't hear me. If you can't hear me, raise your hand. So, like all parents, we were very excited and happy after we got over the initial shock of it. And of course, we wanted to spread the word, which we did to our friends and family. And coincidentally, a friend of mine called me from Columbus a couple weeks later, and he said to me, "I have a ticket with your name on it for the big game this weekend." And I said, and what he meant by the big game is the Ohio State-Michigan game, because many of you know Tanya and I both are alumni of Ohio State. And immediately I said, yes, of course. And so about 30 seconds after I hung up with him, by the way, the man who did that, he's here tonight, his name's Bob Ross. Integral part of the story. He was our best man also at our wedding. But he called me, had my name on the ticket, and I said yes. Then I realized 30 seconds after I hung up the phone, it's like, well, I just got married and my wife's pregnant, so maybe I better run that by her first. So I did that, and she said, that's a great idea. We can go down Friday night, and since it's a Michigan weekend, all of our friends from Ohio State will be there, and we'll be able to spread the word about having a baby. So we thought it was a great idea. We went down, we spread the word, had a great time, went to the game, and after the game I met Tanya at the varsity club, which many of you probably know about. And as we were at the varsity club that day, Bob Ross again started this little thing in the varsity club where he thought it would be cool to start communicating with Anna. So he bent over and started screaming into Tanya's spelling every Ohio State fact that he could think of. The gist of it was, he said, listen, little Oravetz, you're going to come to Ohio State and you're going to be a middle linebacker. Well, I'm not sure what's more difficult, becoming a middle linebacker or going through the nursing school. She made it through the nursing school. So, following suit, a bunch of my other friends started doing the same thing, spouting more information into Tanya's belly about Ohio State. And before I knew it, perfect strangers at the varsity club were yelling into Tanya's belly. So fast forward about 17 years or so, and we were in the midst of looking for colleges for Anna, and she had decided on a few. Tanya and I had always said we weren't going to influence our children in any way to go to any schools that we might want them to go to. So we didn't think Anna would be a good fit for Ohio State anyway, so we never really thought about it. Anyway, after she had narrowed her list down to a couple, I went to her and I said, I want you to do one more school tour for me. And of course she gave me a fight and didn't want to do it. And I said, well, you get a day out of school because they do it during the middle of the week. So she was all over that. She's like, I'm getting out of school and I'm going down there. So we did the tour. It was more selfish for Tanya and I because we wanted to go down there and see the place again, and it was a great tour. Anna had her typical poker face on the whole time, so I didn't know if she loved it, hated it, or something in between. And then about 15 minutes into our drive home, I looked back at her in the back seat and I said, so what did you think? And I don't know if she remembers this, but she looked up at me, and without hesitating, she said, that's where I want to go. And that was that. So the reason I say that is because if that hadn't happened, she never would have met one of the nicest, smartest, greatest guys you could ever imagine in Mark O'Hara. You can call it destiny, or you can call it dumb luck, or you can call it any other old cliche that you want to use. But I believe what happened was Anna remembered what she heard at the varsity club that day. And when she went on that Ohio State tour, it got it out of her subconscious and clicked for her. And that's why we're here tonight. That's the reason we're all here tonight, in my opinion. I'm just very embarrassed right now. So I know I'm over my time limit right now, so without further ado, if we could all stand, raise our glasses. For the very first time, I would like to toast a long, happy, prosperous life for Mark and Anna O'Hara. Cheers, guys.
Hi everyone. So, my name is Joey, and I'm so lucky that I'm able to call Mark one of my best friends ever since the 6th grade. It's crazy to think we've been friends for that long, walking through it, and we're so happy that you asked both of us to do this. We're thrilled to do any of this for you. Thank you. So, first, I want to say how lovely both you guys look today. Anna and Mark, you're stunning, you're breathtaking. We love you guys both so much. And then also, we want to thank both of the families for everything you did today and able to bring this all together and bring us all here and celebrate this awesome time. So it's awesome. Thank you guys so much. So, Mark and I have known each other for roughly 18 years right now. We've grown up and we've seen each other go through anything and everything possible. We went to school together all the way through high school. And then after that, we decided to go different colleges. You went to Ohio State, I went to Dayton, and then after that, even different states for a while. And the wildest thing about that is, I decided to be stuck here in Ohio. Mark and Anna moved all around the country, saw all these different places, went on all these awesome adventures. But the craziest thing about it all is that even though Mark was so far away, it never felt like that at all. Mark was always the person to give you a call, check on you. It's something I would always look down my phone randomly, be like, who's calling me? It was Mark. He would call you, just on your way home from the gym, on the way home from work. He wanted to check on you. He wanted to see you were doing okay. He took a genuine interest in you and all of us. He really did. He made me feel some sort of way. And every time I look down, I was so happy to just see that phone call from you and just, feel that kind of way. And, it's crazy to think you were hundreds of miles away this whole time, and, the whole time it didn't feel like it. It felt like you were right there, right next to us, and couldn't be more thankful for that friendship and everything like that. So, the other thing really is that I'm an only child, so I never got to experience this brotherhood, having a sibling, anything like that. And, I get to say with Mark and Walker and all the guys in the party today, we're truly brothers. It's something that I'm so happy I get to say that all of you guys are my brothers for me. You're my best friends. Wouldn't be the person we are today. I wouldn't be who I am without you guys. I like to think, you wouldn't be who you are today without me. I don't know. All those things. So I'm so happy. Love you for all that. And then, Anna, you couldn't ask for a better guy. All around. Mark is someone, he will put you first in everything he does, in every aspect. He will truly do anything and everything to make sure you're happy and cared for your entire life. So, to close, you two are an unstoppable couple with such unconditional love for each other. You two go together without forcing it, you love each other without fighting it, and you care about each other without thinking about it. She was the one from the very beginning, and we're also happy to be able to be here and take care and be part of this big day with you. So, cheers to you guys.
Hello, my name is Walker. I'm the other best man. I wanted to start out by saying thank you to the parents, Mark and Anna, for everything. The celebration is really amazing. You both look amazing and beautiful. Mark, our hair has never looked better. Mark has been one of my best friends for the past 18 years, and in these years we've had memories and moments, too many to count. A few of them are the time that we were young, you tried to jump over a tennis net, you broke both your wrists, and we had to call your parents. To the time we were cutting my hair in your bathroom, and I thought you put the guard back on the razor and it shaved my head. The most bizarre story is a fire in 2018. We were driving back from DC, spring break in Punta Cana. It was about 11 o'clock at night, driving to Pennsylvania. We just stopped to get gas. I just relieved Mark in the driver's seat. So I was driving, Mark had shotgun, Anna, Danielle, and Shannon are in the back seat. So while driving, we hear a loud pop. I look in the side mirror, and I see flames coming out of the backfire. Thinking we just blew the fire, I quickly pulled over. As soon as I pulled over, the whole car engulfed in flames. And I screamed, "Get out, leave everything." We all got out alive unscathed. We lost all of our stuff, but we were safe. So basically, I saved all of your lives. Kindest, most genuine guys you'll ever meet. Whenever we're together, we pick up right where we've left off and never had it. One last story, how I know Mark and Anna will last forever is a story back in college at Ohio State. I came on a weekend where it was cold, ice, and snowy. We went to a house party, and Mark had a little bit too much to drink and passed out on the couch. When it was time to leave, he did not want to get up, so someone had to carry him. And instead of it being me, Anna volunteered. She threw Mark over her back. So to get home, we had to trust through snow and icy sidewalks, and there is Anna still with Mark on her back. They may have fallen a few times, but she would just get back up and keep going. It was chaotic, definitely a story Anna won't forget, I won't forget, and Mark definitely does not remember. And whether I know Anna carrying Mark or Mark carrying Anna, I knew they will be each carrying each other through the rest of their lives. May your love for each other burn hotter than that car. Love you both. Cheers to Mark and Anna.
ago, during a very rough time in my life, I met Anna and we became inseparable. From talking in a British accent on Mondays, misplacing house keys on multiple occasions, spoiler alert, they were in her pocket the entire time, and thinking the two of us can crush an entire box of boxed wine in one night, Anna became my person in the blink of an eye. Luckily, during our sophomore year, Anna met an amazing man named Mark. I'll always remember Mark as being the friend that had the best house parties and the person who would drop everything to help you out. Except the year I lived across the street from Mark, and I had a cockroach in my apartment. I was too afraid to kill it, so I did what everybody else would do. I called Mark and I was like, hey, can you come over and kill this cockroach for me? And he looked me in the eye over the phone and said, no, I'm too busy studying. Do it yourself. Don't you worry, Mark. I will never forget that story. Exactly. I did not expect you to remember, but I will never forget that. Mark and Anna have always had their door open for the ones that they love. I know I can pick up the phone and call either of them, and they will be there for me. To me, they will be my friends that I flew to the West Coast for the first time to see, just to stay inside a house and play games for 4 days straight. To this day, that is still by far one of my favorite vacations. Getting to watch them fall in love over the past few years now, like 7, 8, I don't even know at this point. I know, crazy, right? But getting to watch you guys fall in love over the past few years has been nothing but amazing for me. I'm just thankful that you guys picked today to get married. Don't worry, I will never forget their anniversary. But it's her birthday. I can't wait to see what the future holds for the two of you, but before I give up this precious microphone that I am shocked to believe that they gave me the opportunity to have today, Emmy is going to say a few words for us.
Hello. Thank you, Joanne, and especially thanks to all of you that showed up tonight. We really thank you guys for being here. It would not be the same if our friends and family were all in this room together right now. And not only do I have the pleasure of being Anna's maid of honor today, one of them, but I will forever play the role of the annoying little sister. And that's exactly what I'm here to do for you, babe. As someone who wears that like a badge of honor, I'm here to tell you exactly what it was like growing up with Anna. We're 5 years apart, so in scientific terms, that means we're doomed. We're 5 years apart, so that means I'm not old enough to be her built-in best friend, and I'm not young enough to be her doting baby sister. But somehow the perfect age difference to practice our MMA moves on each other. One thing out of all the things Anna taught me was how to stick up for myself, because she was the scariest person to stick up for. Our relationship was like a roller coaster, giving us whiplash, physical and figuratively, at every single turn. One of the benefits of being a younger sibling, though, is being able to watch your big sister grow into adulthood and navigate the trials and tribulations that life throws at you. We also get a front row seat to all of their relationships, all the breakups, all the drama. And I specifically remember when Anna and Mark first started dating and they made their first official Instagram post. I think it was some Halloween post together, and I remember commenting OTP, which means one true pairing. I was 14, call it coincidence, call it psychic. I like to think I had something to do with that. But it wasn't until Mark came into our lives when Anna and I just finally decided to retire our MMA moves and finally become the sisters that we've always wanted to be for each other. Maybe it had something to do with us growing up and finally maturing, but I also think that it was a huge help to have a fellow little sibling by Anna's side to be my ally. I don't know how you did it, Mark, but what I do know is that the love you two share is clearly contagious. Congratulations to the both of you. I love you so much and could not be more happy. Sorry, I'm gonna cry. Anna, I love you so much, and Mark, you're my favorite boyfriend that Anna's ever had. Thank you again, Anna, for being here and going to stay. Let's keep the party going and celebrate Anna and Mark.
Hi, Anna and Mark.
Get it closer. Get it closer.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Paul and I welcome Mark. We have 5. Anna was first. I got to acknowledge the other 4. I hope this is just as well. And there has always been a tradition in our family that when everybody gets together, the Lord is with us, the Lord provides, and food is the basis of life.
Yeah.
And without it, where would we be? But most of all, at this time, I'd like to acknowledge the fact that we do have, this year has been a little tough one. Both Mark's family and Anna's family. First of all, Heather and Mark lost their grandfather, Jen's father, Jeffrey, and recently Anna lost her grandfather, George. And we have to remember them because they were super, super great people. And at this time, one thing with our family, my family, we're from Pennsylvania. We moved to Ohio in 1970, really. We're Ohioans. Our kids went to Ohio State, but that's irregardless. And getting back to the fact that when families get together and we dine, we always go. And my family, I'm not the oldest, so I do, believe it or not, I have an 86-year-old brother back there. So they drove 6 hours, 7 hours, I believe, just today. So, Robert, you're back there, and you love us for coming up to honor Anna and Mark. You really do. So, everybo's hungry. I want to cut this short. But the biggest thing that Anna ever introduced to our family. Now, we have a dining room, and we have a big table. We used to seat up to 16. We always had family dinners. George, bless him, Irene, Mark, he was included. And one day Anna said, you know something? We got a circle. We need a love circle. And she made us all hold hands while we prayed. And to end it all, let's say grace. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Bless us, O Lord, and these ideas which are by season thy bounty through Christ our Lord. In the Father and Son. Mother, well, we used to say in our family, who eats the fastest, gets the mostest.